Good morning, YouTube. This is our future, and the power's with the people. When we're talking about the coronavirus, COVID-19, it amazes me the number of celebrities that have contracted the virus. And so, we can commentate on this all we want to and, see what we have here. But let's look at some of these celebrities right now. So I'm on WebMD here, and the article is celebrities with coronavirus, and this is just for fun. Everybody knows about this stuff, but Hugh Grant, and personally, I really, y'all may really love Hugh Grant. I don't really care. He contracted it in February while promoting his HBO show, The Undoing. And his eyeballs felt like they were about 3 sizes too big. And this feeling as some enormous man was sitting on my chest, Grant says. He also lost his sense of smell. Man. Prince William. Wow. The 38-year-old British royal reportedly tested positive for COVID-19 in April, but kept his diagnosis private. According to media reports, he didn't want to worry anyone with the news about his health. And then in March, his father, Prince Charles, had announced his own diagnosis and went into isolation. So he diagnosed himself, maybe. Sadie Robinson from Duck Dynasty. So she had a different kind of headache than she's ever had, along with fever, body aches, and a sore throat. And she's pregnant with her first child. I don't know who that is. Stephen Smell. He must smell. The actor, 39, he contracted it in Atlanta while shooting Stars. His symptoms included hot flashes, chills, dizziness, and loss of appetite. He lost 15 pounds in 3 weeks. That's interesting. I've never seen that. Khloe Kardashian. When did she get it? Vomiting, coughing, hot flashes, chills, and a serious headache. Nick Saban. This one has been all over any kind of ESPN or sports news. If you've been watching any football, I know me and my family was watching football over the weekend, and they just couldn't get over Nick Saban and his coronavirus. What's interesting about that is during the Georgia-Alabama game, on Wednesday, prior to the Georgia game, Nick Saban tested positive, but he wasn't going to lose to Georgia. He was going to be there. So he tested negative Thursday and Friday, and then somehow miraculously showed up at the Georgia game. Nobody had no problem with that. I personally think I did a real good job trying to manage my personal space. He had no symptoms. Some kind of soccer player, got it in Portugal. Dustin Johnson said he had symptoms. Not sure what those are, because most people that are younger than the age of 60, unless you have a core mobility, have no symptoms. Donald Trump. We all know about that one. It was kind of funny that after that terrible first debate, Donald Trump contracted COVID. He's perfectly fine. And he's 74 and obese. Melania Trump. Yep. Some of y'all people may know who that is. I don't. Let's see what her symptoms are. Doesn't say she had any symptoms. This dude, Neil Patrick Harris, he and his husband, oh dear, Their two children contracted COVID-19 about 6 months ago. And it happened very early in the pandemic, like late March. And we were doing our best before, and I thought I had the flu and didn't want to be paranoid about it. And then I lost my sense of taste and smell, which was a big indicator, so we holed up. It was not pleasant, but through it, we have antibodies and are feeling good. Yeah. I don't really remember them talking about a sense of taste and smell back in March. Jillian Michaels, a fitness trainer. Yeah, she had no idea. Robert Pattinson, while working on the film Batman. Dwayne Johnson, he and his wife and two daughters, they got it from close friends. It's been one of the most challenging things he's ever had to endure as a family. Olympic gold medalist, 8-time Olympic gold medalist, got it. Antonio Banderas. And this is a lot of fun. Alyssa Milano. I basically had every COVID symptom: pain, loss of smell, fever, trouble breathing, headaches, and more, the actress said in an Instagram post. She said 47 she took coronavirus test, and she took in the first weeks of her illness, came back negative after 4 months of symptoms. After 4 months of symptoms like stomach problems, vertigo, and shortness of breath, she said she finally tested positive for COVID-19 antibodies. I'll be damn. Brian Cranston said he got the virus even though he was pretty strict about adhering to the protocols. Darn. On Instagram, the Breaking Bad star shared a video of himself at a hospital where he's gone to donate blood plasma. That's the liquid part of the blood, no kidding. Keep wearing the damn mask, keep washing your hands, and stay socially distant, Brian Cranston says. Thank you, sir. Herman Cain, the business executive of 2012 presidential candidate, died from COVID-19 complications on July 30th, 2020. You're never ready for the kind of news we are graping this morning, but we have no choice but to seek and find God's strength to comfort the deal, a representative said in a statement posted to Cain's Twitter account. Cain, 74, had been in the hospital for treatment after testing positive for coronavirus on June 29th. Now, it's interesting to me that this is WebMD, and I'd have a question for WebMD. I think this site would be run by doctors, but, I kind of got the understanding that Herman Cain died of stage 4 metastasized cancer. So, it didn't have anything to do with the metastasized cancer that Herman Cain had been fighting for a long time. He died of COVID-19. So make sure that's clear. Oh gosh, Mel Gibson? Thought he was a good guy. The Oscar-winning actor tested positive for coronavirus in April. He was in the hospital for a week. He got Anna Camp. We're going to go through all these. I understand it's going to be kind of long, but y'all might be interested in this. I know I am, because I'm so worried about these celebrities. She was sick for 3 weeks, lost smell, taste, and was still feeling symptoms, dizziness, and fever a month later. Tony Shalhoub, I don't know, May 11th, him and his wife got COVID. And he realized other people may have had a lot worse. Oh gosh, George Stephanopoulos. You got to be kidding me. I didn't realize that. I've never had a fever, never had a cough, never had shortness of breath, never had chills, any of the classic symptoms you've been reading about. Ray Horn, Las Vegas magician, died May 8th from COVID-19 complications. 75-year-old was half of the Siegfried and Roy for their stunts and everything else. So, I don't know much about this guy other than his, homosexual partner that they did. He got eaten by the lion. But sometimes that happen if you stick your head in a lion's mouth. Leslie Stahl, a veteran broadcast journalist and 60 Minutes correspondent, that she'd recovered on May 3rd from the virus. Went to the hospital after 2 weeks in bed with pneumonia. Doctors and nurses said were sympathetic, gentle, and caring. And, of course, she did have pneumonia. Pink. Dang. Her and her 3-year-old son recovered after testing positive for coronavirus 2 weeks earlier. At the same time, she'd donate a total of $1 million. Blah, 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 blah. Chris Cuomo. No kidding. He'd had fever, chills, shortness of breath, and he quarantined himself in his basement. Daniel Day Kim, 51-year-old, best known for Lost and Hawaii Five-0, said he noticed symptoms on the flight home from New York where he'd been filming. He plays a doctor fighting a pandemic. No kidding. He got tested. The symptoms got worse. Lots of help, medication, liquids, and, of course, my loving family. I didn't need to. Oh, man. I remember this one. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks got it. And then he went and hid in Australia for a while. Working in his wife, Rita Wilson, 63, fevers and felt a bit tired. We both had colds and some body aches. After a week in self-isolation, they were feel better. Following the advice of experts and taking care of ourselves. Do you have any reason to think that maybe some of these people may have been paid to say they got coronavirus? I mean, these are some of the healthiest people in the world, that have all the access to the best foods in the world. Look at this girl, Rita Wilson's got a snake on her. I got a snake. That's nice. I like that. Prince Charles. Man. Blah, blah. Boris Johnson. Yeah. He's really there trying to, imitate Trump the best he can. And John Prine, I don't even know who he is. Debbie Mazar, low fevers, headaches, dry cough, body aches, cleared up quickly. Mazar's 55, got a positive corona test after she had severe body aches. She called disease morphe because she feels good one day and not so good the next. It's probably called a hangover. Brad Scarface Jordan, rapper, diagnosed, live stream. Well, whatever. Andy Cohen, what happened to you, buddy? Taking home and staying home, take care of yourself. Rudy Gobert, Utah Jazz, was the first NBA player sparked the NBA's decision to suspend its season for 30 days. To give you guys an update, loss of smell, taste is definitely one of the symptoms. I haven't been able to smell anything for up the last 4 days. Oh, man, Kevin Durant. That's probably one of my all-time favorite basketball players. He got it. Yeah. And whatever. And gosh, Rand Paul. And I'm a libertarian, and I love this guy's dad, Ron Paul, but for some reason I don't trust this man right here as far as I can throw him. If y'all remember, this guy was involved in the little 6:30 a.m. baseball game that they had out there in Washington, D.C., and when there just happened to be a shooting there. But everybody gets up at 6:30 in the morning to go play baseball games. You know, he was also supposed to be on a train to a Republican retreat when the Democrats decided to derail that train trying to kill everybody. But Rand Paul just happened to be in New York on Fox News. And he was not aware of any direct contact with an infected person. Oh my gosh. Harvey Weinstein. Sentenced to 23 years in prison for sexual assault. He tested positive in Niagara Falls, New York. You know, why don't they give him a little more? You know, Keanu Reeves said he ate babies and had 2 babies in his refrigerator, a white baby and a black baby. You know, I'm just curious. Nobody wanted to investigate that. And that seems to be it. But, you know, that kind of stuff to me is interesting. You know, everybody feels like, you know, that these celebrities, you know, that all of them care about you. And don't y'all get that these people are actors? Don't y'all get that they're paid to say anything that somebody is willing to pay them to say? And the masses of people really feel like these people, what they say is genuine and heartfelt because they're an actor. I'm not so good at it, but they're an actor. They're an actor. And they're trying to just tell you to be safe because they care so much about you. God bless.